Hey everyone, all my gorgeous souls, welcome to my channel. It's another beautiful day here. I am excited to be bringing you yet another pick a card reading. And before we get started, big shadow, sorry for that. Before we get started, I have a little bit of an exciting shout out. So I've had my first deck donation, or donations, I should say, to the channel from a very lovely fellow spiritualist and big supporter of my channel, comments on all of my videos already, just a wonderful presence in my life. Her name is Jen, or I call her Zen Jen. She's just super, super awesome. Love her. And she also is a massage therapist. She's all about, all holistic healing and, of course, making sure our energy is nice and balanced, that we're relaxed and healthy. So she's just great. She's amazing. And she saw that I needed some message decks on my channel. I had none. So she was gracious enough to go ahead and gift to me and to the channel both of the White Rose message decks. So White Rose Guidance Love Messages, Divine Love Messages, that's deck 1. And then also the larger and newer White Rose Guidance Divine Love Messages Volume 2. So we have both of those that we'll be able to use on the channel now. We'll also be using those for today's video. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just once again say a huge thank you to Jen for these message decks. These are wonderful, and I'm sure everybody is going to love them. I've already played with them. They're great. And White Rose Guidance, not affiliated with her, but really recommend those decks. She obviously created those herself, and they're very, very appropriate for message energy. It just seems like they're very resonating. They're very deep, very emotional. There's a lot of good stuff in there. So we'll dive into those later. But yeah, those are really, really great. I've been eyeing those for a while. I watch White Rose's channel all the time and love her, love all her message readings. And she uses those in every video and they're just great. So if you haven't seen them, you're going to see them in action today. We have 3 piles for you to choose from for another pick a card reading. And this reading is going to be what you can expect in the week ahead. So to shout out another reader, I watch Joy at A Journey in Light, also not affiliated with her, but she's amazing. I don't watch many readers myself on YouTube. I have just a select few, about a handful or so that I enjoy, and she's one of them. And she does a reading that she says is, like what to expect in the next 7 days. And I just loved it because it actually has been accurate very most of the time. A lot of the things that she predicts in those readings do happen. I've also been kind of playing with that same energy independently on the back end here off camera, just with personal readings, self readings, to get an idea and a feel for if that would work for me to bring to the channel. And it seemed to be very resonating. So I'm hoping that this will be something that people enjoy here. I'll do things a little bit differently. Obviously, I don't want to completely, replicate what someone else is doing, but I love to take inspiration from where I can ever get it if it's a great idea, and it is. So we'll be doing what to expect in the week ahead in terms of life, love, career, whatever presents. We'll also get some messages of healing for you. So whatever inner work or healing energy that you can kind of direct your focus towards, we're going to get you some insight and guidance on that. We will pull some message cards, but I will be doing them a little differently today because of the nature of the reading that we're going to be providing. The discussion topic for insight is going to be slightly different than a standard reading where we would use those message decks, but I really want to be able to use them today. So I'm going to apply them in a slightly different context. Hopefully that works out. It seemed like it was, a go when I did it earlier. So again, excited and very, very ready to bring you this reading. I brought out some more decks that I haven't used in a bit. We have first and foremost a brand new deck that I just got not long ago. Pile 1 is going to be the AlcheMystical Tarot. This is an independent deck that just came out. It's huge. Look at even the box is just like, I don't know if you can see, it's ginormous. So The AlcheMystical Tarot is pile 1 with that beautiful, I'm calling it the caramel crystal. We have pile 2. I have used this deck pretty frequently, but that is going to be the Lucine Tarot, the Twilight edition with the the clear quartz heart. And then we do have rose quartz also featured with this beautiful deck, which is actually, it's very dear to my heart. After getting into tarot and purchasing my first deck, which for me was the Rider-Waite-Smith, the traditional, the magician pictured on that yellow box, that one. After I got into tarot and had my first deck and only used that deck exclusively once I wanted to branch out and decide to get other decks, this was my first purchase, the Guardian Angel Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. I do believe these are now out of print. I did purchase a backup copy even because they are so gorgeous. And they're really cute for Valentine's Day. They've got those kind of angel-esque images to them, very vintage, just perfect. So if you're drawn to that, I highly suggest that one. If you want something that's a little bit more traditional, as those two piles 1 and 3 are not the most traditional, then go with pile 2. But of course, pick whatever deck you are drawn to most or whatever crystal calls to you most. I will see you at your pile for your reading. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose my little caramel crystal. That beautiful. I want to see if I can get the sunlight here. That little, it's like a creamy, just caramely, delicious looking crystal. Love it. That's why I bought it. And the AlcheMystical Tarot. This is an independently created deck. Just received it not long ago. It's very different from a traditional tarot, and I even believe it includes an extra suit, the suit of spirit in this deck, but we'll see how it goes. I haven't used this one on camera at the channel yet. So we're going to be asking today for you what you can expect in the week ahead. What is coming for you? This is in anything, life, love, career, health, whatever comes through. I'm leaving it very, very open. A couple of things that I'm going to be sure to include for you, because we are going to be using, of course, the tarot, but then also a little bit of oracle, some guidance. I want to try and predict as much as I can for you. I'm going to be also pulling some guidance cards on what you can be healing this week, kind of doing inner work and focusing and reflecting your energy towards in that arena. I will pull some message cards just to get a feel for those, because those are brand new. Thank you, Jen, once again. And we're going to do those a little bit differently, though, because of the nature of the reading this week. So we'll see how that goes. That should be fun. And we'll just, again, see what comes through, keeping it open. Whatever Spirit wants to share about what you can expect in the next week or so. It doesn't have to be like a dead 7-day deadline. So it's, the time of recording this, it's a Tuesday, in the morning. It doesn't have to be through whatever 7 days from the time that you're seeing it. It's timeless. And it's also, just know that energy is ever evolving and changing. So when it's what to expect in the week ahead, it could be 8 days from now. It could be 10 days. It could be, whenever. It's just the energy that you can expect within the near future. So what can pile 1 expect in the next week or so? What energy is ahead for them? What can they expect? We have the 9 of Water, Illumination. So that's the 9 of Cups. The 2 of Fire, Intention. That's, the 2 of Wands. We have Strength, Conviction. Clarifying these. The Alchemist, which I believe is King of Air, which is King of Swords, Truth. The 2 of Earth, 2 of Pentacles, Choice. Okay, very interesting. And the World, Destination. Beautiful cards, though. Very big. This is just a really big, meaty deck. Like, look at how this is. This is no, joking around. That's a really substantial deck. All right. What else? What can, oh goodness, can you guys see? I want to make sure that you can see here. these cards fully. Apologize for that. Make sure that they're in shot for you. There we go. Now you can see how beautiful. I'm sitting here talking how wonderful these cards are, and you can't even fully see them. Okay. What else can pile 1 expect in the week ahead? What's coming for pile 1? Upwards and outwards. Letting go. And Misty. We'll pull one more. Why not? There's a little spot right there. Relationships. We have some more room. We're using also the Moonology Manifestation deck. We have full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. And new moon in Cancer, relax. So lots of energy of completion, of newness, of decision making, of things closing out and letting go. Pile 1, there's really big energy coming through for you. We have 2 majors as kind of like the outcome cards here. So I want to start there. That's where my attention is drawn the most. We have strength, which is conviction. And this is, setting and affirming boundaries, sticking to what you know to be true, your true north, your true path, your journey, your destiny, knowing what that is, feeling guided and in your power to pursue it, to take it, to not allow anything to stand in your way. I love this interpretation of this strength card. I am so sorry that there is such a huge shadow. I want to try and fix that a little bit because that's just really a lot. Okay. Everything shifted a little bit, but we're all right. Did my best. Anyway, so with this strength card, I love the interpretation that they have decided to use for this imagery because typically what we see in the strength card is a lion, of course, representative of Leo energy, of inner strength, of outer strength, of power, of presence. And then we have the female energy, which is sort of, sitting there restraining the lion, but not by force, but actually just with her energy, with her inner fortitude, her inner resolve and resiliency. In this image, this is beautiful because this actually displays the lion who is still in control, but the woman is allowed to be on his back. She's able to just be completely at peace. She's poised. She's ready. She's confident in her power. This makes me think that this is more action-oriented versus traditionally strength is not. Conviction also to me makes me think of, again, adhering to what is true to you, what is important to you, what speaks to your soul, not allowing anyone to stand in your way. And we have with that destination, the world. So again, more indications for me of movement, of possible travel, or of just moving towards a goal energetically, if nothing else. Look at how his heart space is just lit up. He's fully in tune with the divine. There's so much abundance, so much growth, so much beauty surrounding this person. And it's really like they are on top of the world. I think that you're going to be feeling very much in your power this week, or, the next few weeks, pile 1. There's going to be just a lot of coming back to center, coming back into your true strength, your true power, recognizing where you want to go and actually having the desire and the motivation to get you there. With Leo energy, we always think of something, that's very much in the spotlight, that's very assertive, that's very driven. Again, being Leo, which is wands and fiery energy, it's a fire sign. Those are very inspired, passionate, goal-oriented individuals. So you're going to be very goal-oriented this week in whatever it is that you're taking on. I really see that you're going to be giving that your full effort because nothing is going to stand in your way. You're very, very committed to the path. Let's go ahead and just see what that has to do with, because I do think that there is some indications of a few things that you could be encountering this week that relate to where you would be embodying strength, maybe moving in a certain direction. We do have the Two of Fire, which is intention in this deck, the Two of Wands, which is all about decision making. That's clarified by the Two of Earth or the Two of Pentacles, choice. So again, this idea of, setting an intention, not being deterred, and finally making that decision, making that choice, coming to that conclusion, that final phase in your journey regarding something big that I think that you've been really reflecting on and coming into truth about before making that choice, before taking the action. So how I kind of see this is we have the Nine of Water, which is illumination. That's the Nine of Cups energy. It's a very independent energy. This is her back is turned. We can't see what she's actually viewing and looking at, but she's in the light. She's in truth. She's had something illuminated for her through this solitude, through this, trust and this reverence to the divine, to source. So whatever it is that you've been reflecting on, or that you've been considering, that you've been wanting to make sure that you carefully attune to your intuition in regards to before taking action, whatever that is, you have finally come into your power in regards to that clarity and that truth. We actually have the Alchemist, or King of Air, King of Swords, which is the truth card in this deck. This even could come by way of communication, maybe through a discussion with someone, or through speaking your truth to somebody. We have all this blue here, which is the color of truth, which is indicative of the throat chakra, which is communication, which is, all of this, again, very empowering energy of just being in total awareness. And look at her third eye. Everything is lit up around her head. She's very much centered. She's got the spirit symbol right there by her heart space. She's got the third eye up there by her crown chakra, all this illumination surrounding her. So you're coming into a lot of clarity in the next week. If this hasn't already happened, then this is on its way for you. I think that this Two of Fire and Two of Earth energy, Two of Pentacles, can also be about, kind of going back and forth, mulling over options. It's something that feels to me to have been something that you've been pondering or considering for quite some time. It finally looks to be you coming into the full clarity of that situation in regards to a decision that you'll be making, and then feeling empowered enough to take action and steps towards it. Whether this is closing something out, completing something, it definitely feels that way to me. We also have several indicators here of, previously being in confusion. We have Misty. Again, if you have any of this lingering, I think that this is what you're going to be coming out of with this illumination, with this truth card. You're truth seeking this week, pile one. You're going to be coming into a lot of awareness, a lot of spiritual downloading occurring for you in your solitude, in your time alone. I'm hearing you don't get a whole lot of time alone, or you do have a pretty busy schedule that you keep. So pay attention, especially to when you're driving. This is a very common time when spirit does like to connect with us, because it's a very almost meditative. Like a lot of people, obviously, unless you're like a very brand new driver, if you have been driving for any length of time, you know that you sort of get into an autopilot mode. Like you do everything, and sometimes even you'll be like, did I just run that red light? I don't know why I'm talking about this, but if you reflect on what you were doing, maybe just even a minute before, you'll realize you did it unconsciously. You're just kind of going with the flow of it and not really paying much attention. When you're in that state, that flow state, that's when spirit's able to come through and really deliver those insights to you. So pay attention to when you're driving, when you're doing any type of solo activity, if you even work like a desk job, any type of activity in which you're able to just center yourself, be grounded in your own energy independently, have that reflection time. Pay special attention to the messages, the things that pop into your head, the things that come through to you. That clarity and awareness is on its way during those times of kind of more solitary introspection. We also have embrace the flow of life, full moon in Gemini. So, Gemini is another it's an air sign. So we've got air represented here with the King of Swords, obviously, but Gemini is another sign very similar for me to Leo. So somebody who likes to be very sociable, who's very much, extroverted, wanting to get themselves out there. Embracing the flow of life is, again, stepping into power and just going with life as it presents. So I think there's going to be a lot of ease to this week. I'm not really seeing anything very difficult for you. It actually, again, feels like whatever it is that you are stepping into decision making wise, it's something that you've taken a lot of time to reflect on and consider, and you're going to feel really empowered and really purposeful, very strong, very assured in that decision. So everything looks really good here. Embracing the flow of life, though, to me is just, again, this nod to making sure that you're getting yourself out there, that you are enjoying reaping the rewards that you have sown of whatever it is that's going on for you. I think big energies are going to be shifting this week for things that have been sort of ongoing, maybe circling in the background for quite some time prior to now. And it's just your job to relax and go with it. New moon in Cancer, relax. So Cancerian energy, is a very emotional sign. They tend to go very deep. They tend to be easily, though, slighted, very sensitive. This is asking you to just stay in this very, again, uplifted state, very driven, inspired, motivated, self-assured, self-aware, beautiful energy where you can just honestly take life by, what is that? What is that saying? Take the bull by the horns, but take life something. Anyway, embrace life to the fullest. You've got a lot going on here for you, pile one, and it just looks like it's going to be a beautiful week of stepping into power and then enjoying the rewards of having made that decision to finally take back, the power of your life. I just think that you've been in a hold pattern, a hold state for a bit. Upwards and outwards is a beautiful energy to see coming through. Again, look at how beautiful she looks, how just in tune with spirit, with nature. You may be looking to get into some open space. If you're going to be traveling, again, travel was indicated possibly for some of you. This could be going out in nature, going out into a peaceful space, going to some place that's maybe a different climate or a different type of a scenery, just getting yourself out there. Again, going with the flow as it presents. It may not even be something that you're planning as of now, but if it presents, definitely go with it, because again, you're being guided to get back out there, to definitely step into your Leo energy that you'll be embodying, step into that powerful place, that powerful state, and get yourself moving. There's definitely movement indicated here, and there's action oriented energy as well. So we have letting go in relationships just underneath. There may be a relationship. It doesn't necessarily strike me as romantic. It could be anything, a parent, another family member, a friend or associate, acquaintance, anybody. There's something that you're being guided to let go of, or that you're going to be finally deciding to release this week, or in the next, week or so. I want to get some clarity on what that may pertain to for you, because it feels like there may be some confusion surrounding that. So I want to make sure it's clear on what is this letting go energy. Deepest replenishment. Somebody's draining you. Boundaries, having appropriate boundaries with this person so that they don't continue to deplete you. I think it's someone that you're outgrowing, pile one. Somebody that you previously were close to. I think you very much regarded this person as an individual that you could lean on, that was very supportive at one time, that you maybe, again, were very much vibrationally in tune with. And it's seeming like as you're kind of going deeper into the depths with spirit, with your intuition, perhaps with your own creativity, maybe your own work, you're diverging off in a different direction. Boundaries are needing to be put in place now, because this person is just not leveling up with you, or not a same vibrational match, as I've stated. There's definitely a disconnect that I'm feeling with this person, and a need to release them, a need to let go, and kind of, again, move in a different path. You're growing, pile one, and you need to just continue to flow with that. And again, trust it. Trust and embrace the flow of life, because all of this that is happening for you, and the decisions that you're going to be making as a result of what gets presented to you, whatever comes through for you as truth, you can relax in the knowing that everything is always working out for you and everything serves you. So releasing or letting go, detaching, maybe slightly disconnecting or moving forward on from that person, that serves you too. There's a little bit of guilt associated with that, which makes sense. If this is someone who is very close to you, you would perhaps feel a little bit, strained about moving in a different direction, especially if they haven't done anything maybe intentionally, and they're not malicious. I don't feel a very malicious energy from this person, but it's somebody in your field of awareness. I do feel it's a female for most of you. Either much older, we're going to say at least 10 or 15 years, or someone right around your age. It's either one of the two. I know those are two different messages, but it's going to be something along those lines for a lot of you. So an older female, or someone right around your age. If it's a coworker or a friend in your friend circle, it could be someone very close to you, chronologically speaking. Or even somebody, again, if it's a family relative, anyone who's very close to you in your support system, but that's much older than you. Even though they're older than you chronologically, regardless of what this person's, specific demographic is, spiritually, you are much higher in elevation. You've ascended and you're very much in a different energy than this person. There's a lot of awareness, again, a lot of wisdom that's come through to you or is coming through to you regarding this situation as well. And it's calling on you to, take the reins back on your life, taking control. I think perhaps for a lot of you, this is like a mother hen type energy. This represents to me not necessarily somebody who is a mother figure to you, but maybe just has that overreaching energy or overarching energy where they've protected you in the past or been very supportive, guided you, provided you with advice. But it's at the point now where you kind of have got things handled. You're ready to take control. You're feeling very, again, strong and in your power to do this. And so this is not necessarily a cutting off, but this is just a releasing, a letting go, a going in a different direction and not feeling badly about that relationship if that has to transform and change into something different, because you are now becoming a different person as a result of the circumstances in your life, just flowing with it and allowing it to happen and trusting that whether, the change presents a complete dynamic shift with this person or in your life in total, that whatever sort of gets sussed out, whatever adjustments are made as a result of these decisions, trust that they are for you at this time. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of guidance for you on what you can be healing and releasing specifically this week, pile one. What does pile one need to heal and work on releasing? So new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Full moon in Pisces, forgive. And first quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. From the Sacred Creators Oracle, gratitude again. Move beyond intention to belief. We did even have the Two of Wands intention card come out for you. And the good kind. So what can you be healing and releasing this week? What can you be focusing your healing energy towards? Get one of these, sunshine. So focusing on the positives, okay? Keeping your heart open, keeping that beautiful vitality of that Leo energy, allowing it to help you flow through life, trusting that everything serves you, and moving beyond intention into belief. So we had the intention card, which is that Two of Wands, which is that decision, that choice, whatever it is that you're going to be deciding on. You have to also believe that it's the right choice. You have to believe that that is what serves you. You have to trust in the universe and believe that everything is always working out for you. So in terms of what you can be healing or releasing, staying in appreciation mode with this gratitude again and the good kind, focusing on what's going right again, turning your head towards the sunshine, allowing yourself to just be enveloped by all of this beautiful energy that's presenting for you, even if it's a little scary because it's representative of big shifts. There's a lot of movement I'm feeling for you. There's a lot of like really big supercharged energies that are going to be happening for you. You're being guided to also make sure that you are going deeper. You're keeping your heart open. You're focusing on the good. You're trusting in spirit. You're trusting in the path of your life. You're making peace with your decisions. You're keeping your heart open at the same time while having those boundaries in place. And you're going deeper. You're discovering more about yourself. Again, we had that truth card for you, the King of Swords. So really discovering and seeing things for what they are finally, making peace with things as well. Forgiveness is indicated here with the full moon in Pisces. So if there is anybody, again, someone you are needing to release or move on from, set boundaries with, firmer boundaries perhaps I'm hearing, whatever decision you may be making, maybe forgive yourself if you're having any sort of doubt or guilt, inner guilt or shame regarding making that decision because of how it may impact others. Again, move from intention into belief. Believe that it's the best for you. And if it's for someone else, forgiving and learning and moving forward. Discovering that truth is going to be so empowering for you, so uplifting, so eye-opening and awakening. And it's going to just work out perfectly for you. Pile one, I truly believe that everything is kind of aligned for you to have these big decisions, these big shifts, and for it to all perfectly fall back into balance and into place for you as long as you trust and you release what doesn't no longer serves you, what doesn't, speak to your soul anymore. So pile one, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Before we go ahead and close things out, I just wanted to do a couple of message cards for you. But again, this is going to be a little differently than traditional messages because of the fact that I am doing a reading based on what you can expect this week. So I want to pull these message cards and then just see what we get in terms of intuitively what else you can expect in your week ahead from these messages. It may be love, it may be just general life stuff. Let's see. What can pile one expect in the next week or so? I am terrified of you. You are my muse, and you are my everything. That was from Divine Love Messages, Deck 1. This is going to be Divine Love Messages, Volume 2. What else can pile one expect in the week or so ahead? I always hope to have you in my life. Pile one. I've never cared so deeply for someone before. And I want you by my side. Okay, so for some of you, this could be love energy, but what I'm actually getting is a lot of reference back to, again, this person in your life that you may be turning away from or releasing to some extent. They don't have to be totally cut off. Again, I'm not hearing that this has to be a complete disconnect, but it does need to be sort of a reframing of that relationship. I always hope to have you in my life. I do think this person cares for you very deeply. It even says, I've never cared for someone so deeply before. I do think this person, whether it's romantic or not, this person really, really, truly cares for you, wants the best for you, and always hopes to be in your life, and they want to be with you, helping you and supporting you. You can trust, that they've been well-intended, and while you have to set boundaries and that may feel difficult for you, that this is what's best for everyone involved, and you can still maintain that caring, beautiful relationship, this sincere and genuine sort of compassion and empathy that they have with you. This is a mutually exclusive relationship, I'm hearing, in the sense that you both feel commonly or similarly about each other. So if you still feel this way for this person, but you're just, again, moving on a different path, needing to make some adjustments in life, trust that this person is going to respect you. If for some reason they don't, just know that that serves you as well, believing that everything works out as it's supposed to and is meant to, and trusting in that process. But I really think with these cards affirming those messages of care and of loving and consideration and just wanting to remain with you and to be in your corner and supporting you, that this person is going to be very understanding of the adjustments and the sort of the new shifting that you have to make in your life and in regards to your relationship. We have, I am terrified of you. And that immediately came through to me as something related to yourself. So making a decision, or, sometimes, I think most of the time you're very, very assured. Okay. I do think you're in this Leo energy quite often. But in terms of the next week or so, when I see this, I am terrified of you, this to me is almost to say, there's a little bit of hesitation, or a little bit of, if you get in your own head too much with that King of Swords energy, that can go from truth to overthinking. And then we're sort of in a tailspin of over dramatizing, catastrophizing, getting anxious and getting terrified and literally very afraid of our own selves and what we're doing. Am I doing the right things? Is this really the right path for me? Second guessing. And I am telling you here, expect that you're going to meet with that resistance within yourself and to just release it. You are my muse. You are your own best and greatest inspiration. And you are my everything. So again, this is what to expect. Expect more feeling back in your power after having this momentary sort of blurb in your confidence level or in second guessing yourself. Realize and recognize that you are a beautiful, wonderful, just abundant human being. You are everything that you need. You are going to have everything that you need. You can trust that in this next week and beyond. And that, you are the deliberate creator of your life. You are the only thing that truly matters. You are your own inspiration, and you've got this, pile one. You really can trust. You really can just be so encouraged by your own spirit, because I believe that that's within you. You are my muse. A muse is someone who's very inspirational, who prompts creativity, who makes somebody want to create, that wants to do something more, that wants to expand and to grow, and just, really what lights them up. And I'm hearing for you, that's going to be yourself in the next week or two. Not a whole lot of romantic, loving energy coming through, but again, take how it resonates. But that's what you can expect in the week ahead. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I will be using these message cards in the future in their more traditional context. But in the meantime, I am sending you so much loving, abundant energy for you, wishing you lots of positivity as well in the next week or so ahead. Hopefully that some of these insights end up resonating for you. Please come back and let me know, in fact, if they have. And I would also love for you to decide to engage with the channel in any way you see fit and are guided to do so, liking, sharing, subscribing. And until next time, take very good care of yourself, Pile 1. Bye-bye. Hey, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the more traditional of the tarots available today, the Lucine tarot with this clear quartz heart. And we're going to be taking a look at what you can expect in the week ahead or so, the week or so. So it could be, it's not exactly on the dot. It could be 7 days from now. It could be a week and a half from now, 10 days or so. Just what the energy is that is in your current experience that you can expect to be flowing in for you in the near future, the next week or a little more. I was inspired to do this reading by a reader that I enjoy watching that does something similar to this. And I love those readings. They always resonate for me, and I've been doing them sort of off camera and private for myself and for friends and clients, and it's been going very well. So I thought, why not bring that to the channel and see how it goes and just do one. So that's what we're doing today. We start with the tarot, of course, and we'll also get a lot of oracle cards. I am going to be looking at what's going on in life, love, career, whatever wants to come through for you, what you can expect in terms of energy. This also is timeless, so trust that you are finding it whenever it resonates or will resonate most for you when you need to know what's going on in your current energy the most. Then you'll be guided to this video, and trust that you've been guided here and you are here right now for a purpose, and there is a message contained within for you that you need to hear about the week ahead. I will also be pulling some separate energy with Oracle about what you can be healing and releasing, just because that's always good to know too. A little check-in with yourself on what inner work you can be doing. And then we'll also use the message card, the White Rose guidance message cards donated by Jen to the channel, in a little bit of a different presentation today, obviously with the content, but I think they're going to be great. So let's get started. Pile 2, what can you expect in the week ahead for Pile 2? What is coming for them in the next week or so? Well, we have the Fool. You can't get much newer energy than that. That's excellent. So we have the Fool. We have Justice. You guys need to and want to see each card up close. I don't know. 6 of Swords. So definitely moving on from something, regaining balance. 7 of Cups. Clarifying these energies. Already I'm feeling a little bit of a similarity to Pile 1. We have the 5 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles. This is really great energy. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So lots of earthly energy here. What's immediately coming through to me is career related, or materially speaking, with regard to work, finances, again, your material 3D stability. But we will go ahead and pull the Oracle as well. We have the Queen of the 5 Elements Oracle. I use this Oracle so much, but it's really great. The video looks very dark. I apologize for that. I have all of the lights on that you could possibly imagine, and I don't know what else I can do. So sorry about that. We have Tears. Misty, that also came out for Pile 1. Beauty and Reflection. And from the Moonology Manifestation deck, what can Pile 1 expect in the week ahead? New Moon in Gemini, think it through. More Libra energy coming out for you. The full moon in Libra, find a balance. And balance is definitely indicated here, Pile 2. So what you can expect in the week ahead, what's coming in for you, is balance, is restoral of alignment. I think that you've been kind of out of it for a bit. You've been, again, it's striking me as something related to like practical affairs, what either work related or in the home, materially speaking, with finances. There's been some sort of disruption for you in your security, in your groundedness. And we're seeing here with justice clarified by the Two of Pentacles that what's going to be occurring for you in the next week or so is a restoral of that more balanced, just grounded energy to your practical affairs. We also have the Fool, which was the first card out, card 0, which is indicative of a new beginning. It's clarified by the Five of Pentacles. This is a beautiful energy. This is moving out of a period of stagnation, of feeling a sense of lack or loss, feeling very dejected or, down on your luck. Again, this is very much feeling to me like there was a period of time where perhaps you were having some turmoil, maybe some difficulty with your finances. But I'm also getting indications of not maybe seeing everything clearly or having too many options, too many things in front of you, too many things that you were juggling, that it just was very difficult for you to really focus and provide a very stabilized energy in regards to all of those different perhaps obligations, responsibilities, or different avenues of choice that you had presented to you. That's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very methodical, meticulous, slow-moving energy. I think that this has been in the works for a while for you. That was very similar to pile 1. So the idea of like a lot of things finally coming through for you, pile 2, that have been in the works energetically at least for quite some time. You're finally moving out of a period again of just difficulty, perhaps of again instability. I'm hearing challenge, strife. 6 of Swords, moving forward into calmer waters. And the Hierophant, this is coming into more truth, more clarity, more awareness, trusting the guidance of Source. I also got reference here to that being some type of an organization, perhaps. So there could be a literal job move coming in for you. If you've applied to a job recently, you'll have to let me know. What is this Hierophant energy in regards to? So the 6 of Wands, yeah, this is related to victory, to success, to recognition. I do think that this could very much be an offer of some kind coming in for you. Definitely something that you're moving away from in the past, perhaps a low-paying job or just some level of difficulty for you in your personal life at a practical level, and moving into more balance, moving into just a greater state of peace, having the confidence, I'm hearing, to now step back into your power, to have this new beginning. Also clarifying with the 6 of Wands here, this Hierophant energy, this is like being very again in tune with Source, very confident in your approach, feeling very motivated and inspired to take that new beginning, even if it's slow. Again, it's been a slow build, it's been a slow burn. I'm hearing there's definitely been something on your radar also with this 7 of Cups that's coming through to me, something you've been hoping for, that has been in the works again for quite some time, that may be materializing and finally coming true, coming to fruition for you in the week or so ahead, having success in that. We have first full moon, in Libra. Full moons remind me of completion. So again, this is the idea that a cycle could be closing out for you. And again, regaining that balance. I love that she's situated in front of the moon here on this beautiful abundant path with those flowers, all of that beautiful greenery. But then she's standing on these rocks, on this kind of mountainous area. So that's the security again. That's the groundedness. That's having all of this abundance available to you that you finally are having come back into view for you. But being just perfectly in your power, being situated in a comfortable place, being guided by the light of Source, and just really feeling it big time. What else? What is this Hierophant about? I feel like there's a really strong spiritual component that I wanted to come through here and tell me what it is. There's something really big here. What is coming for pile 2? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, yeah, it's a divine shift. It's more success. It's more good luck. We have the Emperor, stability. The 2 of Cups, that's connection. That could be any type of a connection. And we have the Magician, the manifester. So yeah, and then the Sun on the bottom, pile 2. Big energy for you of, again, shifts, of changes, of abundance, of happiness, of prosperity, good luck, good fortune, making good connections, and just manifesting in your power, being that stable, secure, grounded presence for yourself. I think previously there was, again, a lot of loss or a lot of just sadness, a lot of things being difficult for you. With Misty, which is a card of confusion, how that presents for me. There we are. And then tears, I'm thinking to obviously literal sadness, anything that may have been difficult for you to push through, perhaps a lot of adversity coming through to you. For some of you, I'm actually getting a very, very difficult work matter, almost like harassment or like job loss, even like something like a setup, or there could be, for some of you, this isn't going to resonate for everyone. It's not going to apply to everybody. But for a few of you, this is having your self-esteem kind of bulldozed by a situation involving others in a work-related matter, perhaps having a loss financially, something not panning out, obviously being very upset about this and very confused on the path forward, and now beginning to see things more clearly. This beauty card, seeing everything, that abundant, again, in this Libra card, this find a balance card, seeing all of that beauty and that abundance available to you again after a period of sort of like just very muddled energy, confusion, and reflection, seeing everything clearly, including yourself. So I think, again, with this, whatever this was, whatever this breakdown was in your material life, this really took a hit to your self-esteem, and you were really feeling very down on yourself. Again, that Five of Pentacles energy is like, it's a hopeless, helpless, very difficult state of being to be in. And reflection for me is giving me the vibe that you've actually now been able to see things more clearly. Things have opened up for you. You're getting illumination once again with the sun as well. And you're seeing everything for what it is. Look at also the light coming in through the trees. You can now see that, and you can see clearly about yourself as well, that perhaps, that didn't serve you best, or that situation didn't bring out the best in you, or wasn't really serving you. And seeing yourself for who you really are, and not also what this light that situation painted you out to be or made you believe that you were to be. We have this new moon energy of Gemini, think it through. And that's interesting to me because I think that this is, again, related to some type of opportunity or some type of big shifting of something really great coming in for you. I want to go ahead and get a clarifier for that as well. I know that you want to know, and I certainly want to know. What is coming in for pile 2 in the next week or so that they can expect, that they need to think through? We have the King of Swords. It actually came out reversed. I don't take reversals unless I'm really guided to, but we'll just consider that for a moment. The Ace of Cups. The Seven of Swords. Transmute. Okay, so you're going to be carrying a little bit of that difficult energy from the past with you that you need to continue to release and transmute. Transmute is a specific card to this deck, unique to this deck, which transmutation obviously is related to taking some possibly difficult energy, something that wasn't the most comfortable, contrast as I would call it, and turning that into abundance, turning that into a different energy that fuels you and pushes you and motivates you and inspires you forward. So again, with the Seven of Swords energy, there could have been some level of backstabbing, betrayal, deceit, lies, something to that effect in your recent past. And you need to take that energy, and you will be taking that energy and turning that into something greater. But you're going to be thinking things more carefully. Be sure, though, with this coming in reverse, that's the overthinker. That's the someone who's, that's the someone. The King of Swords is somebody, when ill-dignified, is who's too much in their head, who's maybe being too cynical or too judgmental. It's stepping out of the level of discernment or practicality, and it's stepping more into being very guarded, being very reserved, maybe distanced or cold, and not seeing things entirely clearly. This new opportunity for you is something that's going to light you up, that's going to make you feel so beautiful, so wonderful, so abundant. Once again, it's going to overflow your cup. It's going to be filled and then some. And you don't need to overthink this, is what I'm hearing. Think it through. Sure, if you need time to make sure that it speaks to your soul and that it feels right to you, connect to intuition as well as you do that. But then also release any lingering energy from that past situation that could be having a factor in this thinking phase that you're doing about this offer or this opportunity, because you don't want to get in your own head about it and step back into that misty, sort of confused energy. I want to also ask now from the Moonology manifestation cards what you can focus on possibly releasing and healing from in the week or so ahead. I think we've already kind of gotten an indication of what that may be, but let's see what else comes through for pile 2. Full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. Last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. More Libra energy. That's loving energy. That's balance. Be humble. First quarter moon in Leo, and last quarter moon in Scorpio will reveal what needs to be seen. What you can be releasing in the week or so ahead, where you can focus your inner work towards pile 2, is again balancing out your emotions. Whenever I see the Be Humble card, I always think of it, for some reason, it comes through to me as confidence. So building back up your confidence, making that time for self-love, that self-acceptance. Again, reflection time is indicated here as well. So ensuring that you're taking that appropriate time to reflect, to introspect, to build back up your confidence, to be ready for that next leg of your journey, that new beginning with the full energy presenting. Releasing all of those, again, transmutation of those old energies that no longer serve you, making time and making peace with yourself, seeing yourself clearly again, fostering that sense of self-acceptance and self-love that's going to help propel you forward and give you that confidence boost that you need, that self-esteem increase that you need to feel empowered to step forward. And then we have last moon, quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. You are what needs to be seen, pile 2. You need to step back out there with the 6 of Wands energy. You are confident, you are capable, you're very powerful, and you need to make use of that. You know, you don't need to allow your past to define you. You need to step out of that. This week or so ahead for you is going to be very impactful in terms of gaining your confidence back, getting a better sense of self, and stepping back into power and moving forward to something really wonderful for you, something way better than what this previous energy was even. Definitely more balance. What else? Anything else here for pile 2? What else can they expect, or what do they need to release? What do you want to tell us? This also came out for pile 1. Gratitude again. Overthinking can spoil the magic, obviously. A sync with that other message with the Think It Through card, that King of Swords in reverse. Make a mission statement for your soul. And you are magic. I love these. I truly love these. I love these cards, by the way. These are the Sacred Creators Oracle by Chris Ann. Also featured in yesterday's video. If you're a fan of Chris Ann, all of the decks yesterday in that video were Chris Ann. So check that out. I believe that was a no contact reading for your person, if that applies. Anyway, gratitude again. So by healing, by making time for self-love, and by, you know, building back up that confidence level, you can step into that power by having a receiving mode, an appreciation sort of an energy of just seeing all of the good in yourself, in your situation, in your circumstances, in what you have to offer the world. And that allows you to level yourself up. Know that you are magic, that you are capable, again, that you are worthy, and that you are deserving, and that you really can bring something beautiful to the table, that you can be a great success. Make a mission statement for your soul. So that's a really important one that's coming through for me in regards to this Fool energy. So I think that this past experience that you had recently has shaken things up. It's made you question. Again, we had that misty energy, which is confusion. It's kind of a muddledness and an insecurity, lack of clarity and awareness on how to move forward. It's caused you to reassess. And what I'm getting with this energy, make a mission statement for your soul, is sort of like to take stock again, to make adjustments as necessary so that you can have like a brand new clean slate, to step into this Fool energy, this new beginning, this literal card 0, the very start of something as a brand new person. Transmuting those energies is going to be the biggest healing area for you, the healing energy that you need to focus on releasing, because that is going to allow you to really step into that Wheel of Fortune energy. Remember, the Wheel of Fortune came through is what we also needed to know for you. Way down deep here. Wheel of Fortune energy came through is what else you needed to know about this situation. There's a lot of abundance waiting for you, pile 2. And the sun also, this beautiful sun, this happiness, this just illuminating, warm, bright, gorgeous energy of positivity, of dreams coming true with the Seven of Cups. There's really something great on the horizon for you, but you need to now make sure that it aligns with your soul. I think that's what you'll be thinking through as well, because you don't want to make mistakes, obviously. But I'm telling you, within this reading, if this is resonating for you, you can trust that what's coming next is something that's really going to light you up and speak to your soul, and it's going to be right for you. It's definitely the next step and a new beginning on your journey. Overthinking can spoil the magic. It's just a closing remark for you. We have a lot of thinking cards, and we had that King of Swords in reverse. So that was a message to be aware that as you work through the next week or so, to make sure that if you're in this energy, this air energy of balancing and of thinking things through, of being practical, of being, assured in your next steps forward, that you don't overthink it, that you only, tap into your higher senses and really ensure that it resonates with you at a deeper level. Not just if it makes sense in your head. In fact, it may not. It may be what caused you to hesitate. But if you overthink it, you're going to spoil the magic that is you. You are the magic, and you can create magic. You have a lot of specialness about you. You can be victorious here. So keep that in balance. Keep that in mind. Keep everything in focus, and just trust that there's really, really big stuff headed your way. So I hope, Pile 2, that you've enjoyed this reading. I'm going to close it out now with the message cards that were donated by Jen. Thank you once again. And we're going to be using those in a slightly different orientation today. We'll see what it relates to for what you can expect in the week ahead. It may be love energy, it may be not. And then we'll go from there. So for Pile 2, what can they expect in the week ahead? We have, how can I ever pay you back? You are the song of my heart. And I am taking my time. We have all the time in the world. That was the Divine Love Messages Deck 1 by Right Rose Guidance. This is Divine Love Messages Volume 2. You're the only one who understands me at such a deep level. These are so many self-reflection messages. Can you handle all my scars? And how I wish I could hold you tonight. So what you can expect in the week ahead, Pile 2. You could be expecting some romantic energy. I mean, that's hard to spin that any other way than I wish I could hold you tonight is somebody who wants to be with you at nighttime. However, I see and feel so much energy here of just kind of cradling the self, nurturing the self, giving love back to yourself, whereas I think in recent time you were lacking in that. You were sort of really down on yourself, maybe weren't giving yourself the proper amount of self-care. You just need to, again, attune to your own energies of who you truly are at a deep level. Make a mission statement for your soul. For me, this is tying back to, you're the only one who understands me at such a deep level. Nobody is going to know you or connect with you and your truth more than you. So just know, Pile 2, that no matter what has happened in the recent past, whatever, disappointments or slights have occurred, you know yourself the best. Can you handle all my scars? You have a lot of battle scars or battle wounds and energy that you're working through. And you can get through those and expect that you're going to be able to overcome those. As a scar kind of heals the skin, it also toughens the skin. It changes it permanently. It could be also viewed as an imperfection, or it can be viewed as, a time when we were very resilient, when we overcame something, and when, our proven healing ability was put to the test and put to work. So just trust, that you are going to be coming into greater understanding of self, again, with this reflection energy. You do know yourself at a deep level. You do know your truth deep down. Tune into that. You're not damaged, okay? You're just bruised a little bit. And even if you have a few scars, again, those are really great reflections of a resilient, beautiful energy of somebody who can keep pushing forward. How can I ever pay you back? You are the song of my heart, and I am taking my time. We have all the time in the world. Again, could be some love energy coming through for you. How can I ever pay you back actually gave me indications of like a very vindictive sort of an energy. So if you're feeling any sort of like bitterness about this past situation, how can I ever get back at those people, or how are they ever going to get, their karma? Lots of people think that karma is just balance, by the way. It's just the energetic frequent point of attraction that we bring back and manifest back to us from what we are putting out. So it's not about punishment, and you really don't need to focus on that. How can I ever pay you back? Pay yourself back. Do right by yourself. Again, what you can expect in the week ahead. How can you ever pay yourself back for this time that you may have lost? By releasing it, by transmuting it and letting it go, and not ever giving it another thought, not allowing overthinking to spoil the magic. You are the song of your own heart. Again, you are your own best ally. You know yourself at such a deep level, and you know who you are at a soul level. You know who you are in your own heart, and you just have to keep that faith up as you move through this next few weeks. I am taking my time. We have all the time in the world. So you were taking your time for quite a while. Again, we had that Knight of Pentacles energy come up in the beginning of the spread with the Seven of Cups, that it was clarifying. So you've been taking your time, and that's perfectly fine, you know, to be very methodical and very just very measured in your approach. But just know too, you can expect more of the same, but there's also definitely big energy of renewal and of starting again coming through for you. So just as you feel that you can take your time and you want to think things through, don't spoil the magic. Don't overthink it. Don't take too much time that you're not acting, because there's a lot of indications of action here. Self-love, of course, is indicated. Reflection time is indicated. Cooling off emotions, sort of balancing out, but also taking that leap of faith, starting anew, having that opportunity present for you and taking advantage of it full force. That wheel is about to turn, that Wheel of Fortune energy, pile 2, and it's going to be big and it's going to be beautiful. So hopefully these have resonated for you. I love these so much. These are great message cards. I will be using them in the future in their more traditional sense, but again, I just wanted to bring them out today because they just arrived yesterday as a special gift from Jen, and they were wonderful, so I wanted to incorporate them into the reading. And if you've enjoyed this reading, I would love for you to engage with the channel. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. Also click the notification bell. Apparently that's different than just subscribing. You can subscribe, but unless you click to receive notifications with that bell icon, you won't actually be notified every time I post. And I post frequently, pick a card content and other things quite often. So you'll be notified if you select and choose to do that. And it's a great energy exchange as well for the free content you are receiving in this reading. And also, if any of this stuff does end up resonating and working out for you as it's been displayed today, it's come through from source, then just let me know. I love connecting with everybody, and I love knowing when it really hits the spot for them, it hits home and is spot on with what's going on for them in their own personal world. So hopefully this reading has brought you some clarity, some peace. I'm sending you so much loving, abundant, joyful energy, healing energy as well for whatever was in your recent past, pile 2. I know that's difficult and challenging. I've been there, but you can overcome it. And there's lots of success indicated in the week or weeks ahead. So hopefully that gave you some encouragement as well. I hope to see you in a future reading in the future. And in the meantime, pile 2, take very good care of yourself. And until next time, bye-bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose my favorite deck of the day. This one is very near and dear to my heart with this rose quartz palm, because this is the first deck after my traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is when I first ventured into different tarot decks and didn't just stick with one. I had one deck for a very long time, and then I was like, I want to branch out. I want different ones, and I want to explore all the different styles of how people interpret the tarot. And this was the first deck that drew me in. It's beautiful. It's vintage. It's got these like Cupid-esque, like angelic Renaissance style images. It's very, Victorian looking, and Victorian decks have my heart completely. They're beautiful and my absolute favorite. So if you've chose this one, you've chosen a great deck with lots of wonderful energy. I have not picked this deck up in years, but I'm excited to use it today. Brought it out of the vault. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. We are asking what you can expect in the week ahead, pile 3. I am going to just see what comes through. It could be life related in general. It could be love, career, finances. It could be something related to spirituality even. I am starting with the tarot, but we will also get oracle cards. I am also going to be getting some separate guidance for you on what you can be healing and releasing this week. Inner work is always a focus, or should be, in any self-care practice. And so just to give you a little heads up on what you can be doing in that arena, I think is helpful. This reading, regardless of when you're finding it, is timeless. So just trust that whenever you are coming upon it, that it is meant for you at that time. So whatever week you're going to be entering, or the next 7 or so days, this is what you can expect. At the end, I will also be pulling some message cards from the White Rose Guidance Love Messages. I've been using them in a slightly different context for this reading, just because I still wanted to use them, even though I'm not doing a love reading specifically. And they've worked out pretty well so far, I would have to say. So I'll be using them traditionally more in the future, but in the meantime, I was just so excited to receive them. Thank you again, Jen, of Zenful Healing. She's a massage therapist, a spiritualist, an awesome human being. She's great. So yes, she gave those, gifted those to the channel, and I wanted to be sure to use them today. So that's why they're in here, and they're working out well. So for pile 3, what can pile 3 expect in the week ahead? These are very wordy cards, so I won't be pulling as many. We have the 6 of Emotions, which is the 6 of Cups. I'll read that in a moment. Here we are. Manifest Your Dreams, card 1. That is the Magician in this deck. And the Healer of Abundance. Oh my goodness, I have a story about that card. That is the Knight of Pentacles. Clarifying these energies, we have the Healer, which is the Queen of Thought, Queen of Swords. We have the 2 of Cups, 2 of Emotions. Oh my goodness, this is such beautiful energy. This is a love reading. This one is. We have card 19, Positive Recognition. Oh goodness, now that is Judgment, I believe. No. What is card 19? Oh my goodness. Well, 18 is the Moon. 19 is the Sun. So is that the Sun card? Yes, it is. Excuse me. So that's the Sun card coming out for you. Look at these beautiful images. Can I just say, it's a little dark today, but these are like just beautiful vintagey images. Some of these images are actually taken from a specific creator or artist, if you'd like to say. Her name escapes me at the moment, but she is incredible. The story of this card is that I actually create vintage style, like basically oracle decks, but it's a combination of tarot and oracle. I call them oracle decks, and I use all vintage imagery like this in this style by this particular artist, that's what that is. And I created a few holidays so far. They're all holiday specific. My very first deck was a St. Patrick's Day themed deck, one of my favorite holidays. That was probably and still is my favorite that I've ever done. Valentine's Day one's still in the works. That's still in production. But this is the first image that I ever got, that I ever found that sort of inspired that whole deck. So I love that image very much, and that's wonderful that that came out today. Pile 3, what can they expect in the week ahead? Letting go. This came out for pile 1 as well. Willpower. Similar messages though here. All piles today. Depth and coldness. So what you're going to be letting go is coldness, by the way. That's already coming through, and that was important to say. From the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. Yeah. Oop. Oh my goodness, look at that. So diving deep and not freezing someone out, not remaining cold. Kind of warming back up is what I'm getting. Letting go, letting the sun shine on your face again, letting everything just come back to life, leaving the past behind. And full moon in Pisces, forgive. This is exciting energy. This is exciting energy. I can't. So interesting that you guys chose the rose quartz pile, because this is a very love focused reading, and the rose quartz is the crystal of love. We have first and foremost the 6 of Emotions, which is the 6 of Cups. This is definitely sort of giving me the vibe of an energy of reunion, of someone coming back into your life, perhaps from the past. Children are indicated here, so someone could be from childhood. They could have children. You could have children. There could be something related to children that's going to be taking place this week, but this also relates to reunions of people from the past returning. The card says, memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. Take that how it resonates, but we have again this card leaving the past behind. So this is leaving something that didn't serve you or that was difficult, maybe challenging, sad. It definitely, was a degree of coldness. That's for me emotional distance or separation, just something that again was not very pleasant. Letting that go, releasing it. Again, the warmth in this card, letting go, but then there's all of these really bright colors. The sun is shining. There's all of these indications of abundance still, of growth potential, even though this is a fall scene where those leaves are actually dying, which is the result of that color change. I'm seeing this as kind of like hope for a new beginning because it's a different color than just a barren landscape. It's the sign of inspiration, of it's like fiery energy to me with that orange color. It's lit up, coming back to life, feeling inspired and just alive again. And they're just being, again, this like spark of creation. It's clarified by the healer, which is the Queen of Thought, Queen of Swords. It's time to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. You or another person involved in this situation is wise, insightful, and caring, has a wonderful sense of humor, and offers a lot of experience. So for some of you, this is different messages. This may not relate to everyone, but for some of you, you're actually going to be releasing someone from the past. Others, that person's returning and you're releasing your old past, the old pattern of whatever occurred between you, and making way for forgiveness. Either way, I do see indications of forgiveness coming in for you and releasing and letting go. Either it's forgiving yourself or forgiving another. This is the energy of Pisces. Piscean energy is very watery. They do say it is the deepest of all of the water signs. I disagree, by the way. I'm a Cancer, and I think we are definitely the most emotional, but I digress. We have the depth card coming through for you as well, and depth for me is all about diving deep. Again, diving back into that emotional pool, leaving anything past hurts, past slights behind, forgiving, learning, growing from the experience. You're going to be really in your headspace. I'm hearing about this reconnect if that happens. Either way, you're making that decision a lot from your headspace, from your mental faculties, your mental body. The thought suit is all about it's swords. It's all about our mental acuity, our thought process, our judgment. It's not so much tuning into intuition. There's a lot of also emotional energy here. So ensure, that as you're tapping into all of this loving, beautiful energy that you may expect this week, that you are staying a little bit grounded, but not also up in your head. You want to have more of this earthly energy, this abundant energy. And also, there's lots of positive indicators here with Manifest Your Dreams, which is card 1, the Magician, and the Sun, positive recognition indicated here. So there's a lot of really, really beautiful energy to support a new beginning with someone in love, reconnection of some sort. And again, this could be a child. Maybe you have an adult child that you've been estranged from, or you have someone else from your past where there's been a falling out and now they're returning or coming back in. This is again just forgiving and growing and moving forward and moving on together with someone that you connect with deeply. So we have the Magician card here, Manifest Your Dreams. You're going to definitely be in your power this week, pile 3. This card says, you're ready to go. There's no need for additional preparation. Take the first steps towards the changes you desire, even if they're small steps. Notice signs that guide you in the right direction, as well as resources and support that miraculously appear. There's a lot of sense here of it being very unexpected. Whatever comes back in is going to be really sudden, but it's going to require your full attention. It's going to kind of call you to attention again and ask you to step into your power. Again, your power is not in your mind. Your power is with your energy. And that's what's represented in the Magician energy, as well as this idea of deliberately creating, of manifesting, of being inspired and driven to act, ruled by, I believe, Gemini, which is a sign of being extroverted, of being very friendly, very giving, very warm. It just gives me these vibes again of like letting somebody back in, but having the strength, the power to, it's difficult at times to let somebody back in emotionally, especially if they've hurt us. So for pile 3, what you can be expecting in the week ahead is sort of like a restart or a redo with someone at an emotional level, but feeling more, I would say, empowered as you take this on, feeling more balanced. Initially, there may be some hesitation or some, focusing in the mental body as you do that. But as you release that coldness, as you let that coldness go and allow yourself to warm up and dive deep into the depths of this, this is what you can expect. The 2 of emotions or the 2 of cups. It says a relationship grows closer as 2 people fall in love, or a current relationship grows much stronger. Can you see that? I don't want that to be, want that to focus here. I want you guys to see this beautiful card. There we go. Friendships may deepen into a spiritual connection. Mutual respect and understanding exist or will develop. Don't give up on relationships that feel challenging to you. There's still hope. So if you needed that sign that that person is coming back, or that you've been waiting for, or that you hope to have back in your life, or if you hope for there to be peace and forgiveness between you and someone else, that's what you can expect in the 2 of Cups energy this week, or in the next week or so ahead. It's really, really beautiful. I'm loving this. And I love this deck. This deck is perfect. So that's really, really great. We have also the Knight of Abundance. This is someone coming in, like, look at, they're literally giving an offer. They've got all of this beautiful indications of abundance with those clovers. They're standing in it. They've got it on their clothing. He's holding a clover to extend out forward. This almost gives me more Knight of Cups energy, to be quite honest with you. This says, although you have a lot to do, it's important that you get organized first. Once planning is complete, you can roll up your sleeves and get to work. Your guardian angels surround you and are ready to help out. This card also indicates a very loving, kind, and loyal friend. Someone with a big heart, a quick wit, and an endless patience. That person could be you. So this is someone else I'm feeling, but it also could be for some of you, if you're releasing something, letting someone go, or even if you're allowing someone back in, it could be this type of energy that you'll be encountering that could be coming in for you, or this could be your openness. Again, as you forgive that person, that could be your sort of posturing, the way that you present in this connection moving forward. Again, that coldness is being let go of. This is definitely not a cold energy at all. That's someone warming back up and feeling it big time, feeling all this beautiful, loving energy. And then we, of course, have the Sun, another indication of warming back up. Positive recognition. Congratulations, your plans have worked out perfectly, and now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you, and success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. So again, another nod to the unexpected coming in, something very pleasant, very abundant, very beautiful. I really believe that it's a person, and they're coming in big, and they're coming in to assure you that they want that new beginning, that they're trustworthy. Whatever has happened in the past, release, let that go, because that's in the past and that's over. What else does pile 3 need to know about what they can expect in the week ahead? This is gorgeous. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Card 21, the World, successful completion. We have, this is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion, and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon, you'll begin a new journey, but for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. How exciting is that? What else can pile 3 expect? The 7 of Thought, 7 of Swords. You've been confused about a situation in your life, and now suddenly everything is completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, disclosed by a friend, or discovered on your own, it feels great to be awake and aware. Feel free to ask for time alone if that's what is needed. So that's an interesting message coming in. I think that ties back, honestly, to this other Swords card, that Queen of Swords. When this person first presents and comes back in pile 3, I do think that you're going to be very much confused about it, or it feels like a relief for the clarity, but also still a slight tinge of that cold energy, not warming up immediately to this person, not trusting it completely, being a little unsure, receiving that truth, again, being grateful and appreciative for that. But at the same time, as you're awake and aware, as it says, you may be needing a little bit of distance, a little bit of alone time before you're able to fully release and come into that forgiveness energy. And if that's the case, just expect that and know that that's okay. We can ask for whatever it is that we need from somebody. And if they're a really beautiful energy, like is indicated here, then they're going to appreciate that and understand as well. We have the Three of Action, or the Three of Wands. Things are working out beautifully. Now that your ship has come in, it's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your successes or move on to something entirely different. Be willing to travel if necessary. So forward momentum, forward movement with this person. Dreams being realized, goals being achieved, new plans being made, I'm hearing. Really some good stuff here. What an exciting reading for you so far. Let's see if anything else comes through. Anything else for pile 3 that they can expect in the week ahead. I didn't intend for this to be a love reading, but we flow with it if that's what presents. Full bloom. Oh boy. Oh yes. Riverbanks and Heart Spirit. This is a love reading all day, guys. I'm sorry. If you're not looking for that, or if you weren't expecting that and don't want to hear about that, then pick a different pile. No problem. Neither of the other 2 piles were love focused. So we have full bloom, something again coming full circle. We had that completion energy of the world. So something coming fully to life once again and flowing with it, trusting it. Riverbanks is all about just going with life as it presents. And we have Heart Spirit, this beautiful opening, heart awakening of somebody coming back in with this beautiful, loving, abundant energy that they want to give to you. How beautiful. Just perfect. Let's ask now what pile 3 can work on healing and releasing. We're going to use the Moonology manifestation deck once again. What can they work on to release and heal this week? Inner work is always important as a part of any self-care regimen once again. So let's see what you guys can focus on in the week ahead. New moon in Aquarius, open up to change. More blossoming, more blooming. That's interesting. First quarter moon in Pisces, honoring your feelings. So more Piscean energy, that forgiveness energy coming through again, but also honoring whatever you're feeling and thinking and whatever energy you're sitting in when that person first presents, and just knowing if you need to take time alone that you can do that. That's no problem. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. Okay, so what you can release and heal from in the week ahead will probably come after this person's presented themselves and returned back onto the scene. First of all, be open to change. Be open to knowing that things can be different. Truly, leaving that past behind, pile 3, and knowing and trusting the universe that if it's coming back into your field of awareness, that you are ready for it. And you can trust and you can know that it's time to move forward and things are all aligned up for that to happen for you. We also have the first quarter moon in Pisces, honoring your feelings. Again, this is giving nod to that full moon in Pisces, forgiveness energy. If you're needing to take a little bit of time or space away from this person, even after they return, don't be afraid to do that. You're being asked and guided to take that inner reflection time to work through and process your feelings, maybe all the old past feelings, so you can release them, let those go. We had the letting go card coming through for you. And also to just come back to life, come into this more abundant heart spirit, allow your heart to reawaken, giving yourself the time and space to do that. And then full moon in Aquarius, be real. This for me is actually guidance I'm feeling for you, releasing everything that doesn't serve you in your thought process about this connection or about love in general. Being real with that person once you do reconnect and you've had that time and space apart, when you've maybe taken that moment to yourself, come back in and be really clear up front. Release any lack of confidence, any hesitation, any sort of insecurity, I guess, about this situation. Again, knowing fully that you can trust it. So you can be real and you can approach this in a very real way, because I'm hearing it's here to stay. What else? Pile 3. What else do they need to know about what's coming in the next week or so, or what they need to be working on healing and releasing? Light in the unexpected. That's what you can expect. Open up to change, because something sudden and surprising is coming. It's like, keep getting those indications in these cards. Make a mission statement for your soul. This is, again, taking that time out for yourself still. So releasing, healing, making time for self, even amidst this energy of connection, of love, of reunion. Make that time and space for you. We have your past supports your future. So we have leave the past behind, but also know where it served you, recognizing that as you reflect. And then fall in love with your own story. So again, trusting the flow of your life, pile 3, knowing that the universe supports you, has your back, and that all of this served you, even as you can honor it, honoring your feelings, honoring the past and what's taken place, knowing that it supports your future. You can release it, and then you can fall in love with the story as it's looking now, and just know that that doesn't have to be energy that repeats itself, but that all of it collectively makes up this really beautiful, amazing story. In a lot of cases, a love story. Or if nothing else, it just deepens the relationship that you have with this person if it's not a romantic love interest. It's just being lit up again and trusting that everything is working out for you, and that, this can be a really, really new beginning. Pile 3, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been really wonderful. I'm going to now do a bunch of love messages, or messages from this White Rose Guidance deck, both decks actually. Because this was a love-focused reading, I'm going to pull first messages from your person, what they want to say to you, or what you may hope to hear from them this week. And then I'll pull the cards as I intended, with the other piles being non-love energy. So for pile 1, what would their person say, or what do they want them to know about this next few weeks? I've had sleepless nights, caught between confusion and pain. How can I ever pay you back? You are the answer to my whole life. And I remember you. So this person hasn't forgotten you. You may feel like they are never returning, or maybe they came off of your radar for a while because you were unsure, but they definitely remember you. They definitely feel so deeply about you. They're definitely thinking about you quite often. They want to come back. They want to, offer something of value to you. They want to provide. They want to be that more stable figure, the more stable presence in your life. And they want to show you how much you mean to them. You are the answer to their whole life. For pile 3, what else would their person choose to say to them in this current energy or in the next few weeks? You are always so sweet. I love your personality. I want more with you one day. That's what they're going to be coming forward with. They want to start that over, have this new beginning, this new lease on life with you. You feel like the sweetest home I've never known. And I didn't fall in love with you because I've always loved you and always will. So again, they're not forgetting you. It's coming up right over. I remember you. They have always been in love with you, or always loved you and had that soft spot for you, and they always will continue to. You're not somebody that can ever escape them. And then you're the answer to their whole life, and you're the sweetest home they've never known. They just feel so much sweetness. They feel your sweetness. They want that back in their field of awareness, back in their existence, in their daily life. That's wonderful. I want to now go ahead and pull, as intended, messages for you on what you can expect in the week ahead. It could be more love messages, or it could be more as I intended, which is just general messages to spur further insights for you on what you can expect. So let's see what happens for pile 3. I can see eternity in your eyes. I would just hurt you more. I need to be alone now. Give me more time. I am not good enough for you yet. So already what's coming through for me is this person definitely is seeing a future with you. But when they come back in, first of all, they're taking their sweet time. And I think that that's been really weighing on you. It's been making you feel insecure. Again, you were wondering if they even remembered you. Once they come back, again, there's a very strong energy of needing time and space to yourself. This message is coming through, I feel, from you to say, you need time to be alone because you're not going to be in the best headspace immediately. They can't expect that you're going to be instantly able to engage and connect given the past. You need time to release, time to heal, and time to forgive. So I do think that they're going to give that to you, and that's what you can expect to, encounter. You'll be in that energy just briefly, pile 3, but you will release it and it'll be okay. And they are coming back in. They weren't good enough, or they weren't doing things good enough, but they're going to come back in with a better intended energy. That's what that Knight of Pentacles, that abundant healer of abundance energy is speaking to me about. I desire you deeply and eternally. So again, this person doesn't want to stop talking. I was not looking for something like this. Again, I don't think you're going to be ready when they actually come back in. As much as you wanted that, I don't think you're going to be expecting it or fully prepared of. It's almost like I hate to relate it to this, but when someone passes away, and even if we know ahead of time that, their time may be coming, it never fully prepares you for once that feeling actually hits and what that's actually like. That's just the vibe it's giving me of you can be hearing these messages or hoping, wishing, believing that they may return. But once it actually happens and you're faced, head on with that person back in your life and okay, what do I do next in reference to what's already taken place between us, what they're telling me, what they're hoping for in the future, what I'm feeling and thinking. I don't think you're going to be expecting, and it's really going to catch you off guard. Again, light in the unexpected. It's like a tower moment for you. Last one. You are not my usual type, but I like it a lot. I just feel like one more. I don't want to end on that. You are my rose. Roses may be a sign for you. They may be something that is important to your connection. Lots of roses and florals came through in this reading. And of course, you asked for and chose the rose quartz pile today. So pile 3, what an exciting reading. Absolutely love that. That's what you can expect this week mostly, is just love, a little bit of time to heal and grow and forgive for someone that you held dear to your heart, but also mending that relationship and just having a lot of excitement going forward, your heart being reawakened and you flowing with life a little more and not being so held back by the past and maybe some difficult events you've experienced not too far back. If you've enjoyed this reading, I so would love and appreciate for you to engage with the channel. Go ahead and let me know down below if this ends up happening for you and materializing in your week or so ahead. Come back and share that with me. Comment how it's related to your experience. Also, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, click the notification bell. Apparently, that is distinct and different from just subscribing. By clicking that little bell icon, that's what actually alerts you to when I post new content. And I do try to bring you pick a card videos pretty frequently, almost daily, if not every few days. So I love to have you here with me to connect. I want to make sure that you're aware every time I am bringing more content to you to do so. Until next time, I do hope to see you in a future reading. I am sending you so much exciting, loving, abundant, just beautiful energy for you as you go through the next week or so. I hope this comes through for you because this is just wonderful. It's giving me such beautiful vibes. Very, very inspiring and exciting. Again, I'd love to know if it happens for you. This is like the best. Best deck, best reading of the day. Yay. Until next time, take very good care of yourself, Pile 3. Bye-bye.